I sat here and I just realized something. I don't have a diary. I don't keep exact dates. I think a lot of women know more about time and the passage of time and exactly what date. I tend not to think of the past as older as I get older. I like to just concentrate on the present. The past is gone. It is helpful when you're filling out applications, right? They want to know what dates you worked here or there. I get it, right? But I would say roughly I've been Keisha free for like 17 years so far. 17 years I haven't dealt with any Keisha. And you want to know why? There's a reason why. There's a reason why. Keisha, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, they are they are the queens of cognitive dissonance, right? They are the queens of that, right? Because a lot of them talk about their education and how education is important and education and education. And I've known many of them over the years. They've got all the way up to the PhD. Yes, I've known plenty of PhDs, plenty of master degree black women, and all of this nonsense. And I was just curious. I was just curious. There is a PhD Keisha. I will not mention her name. She's on YouTube a lot. She has a very high profile name. And I was just curious. I was like, I never knew that much about her. I know she is a doctor, right? I looked her up, and guess what? She's married to Puknug. Yes. Oh, yes. Because last year, he physically assaulted her and he went to jail. And I looked him up, and it says that this guy has a lengthy criminal record for assaulting people. I didn't really go too deep with it, but he's just a big time pookie, and he's like 50 years old. He's at least 50 years old. He's a big time hardcore pookie. And she has a PhD and she's married to him. Do you know how many times I've seen this? I'm not saying that all of them do this, but I've seen quite a few. This is why whenever these women be talking about how they married, it's the biggest joke in the world, right? I had a company picnic a long time ago, old company, over 25 years ago. Company been closed down. And everybody was to invite their spouse and whatnot, or immediate family. So this Keisha that worked there, I think she was the office woman, right? Administrative assistant, whatever. Guess who her husband was? He was Pook Nug. He showed up, yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, how y'all doing? Yeah, yeah. And people asked him, like everybody would ask them, so what do you do for a living? Well, I'm in between jobs. Yeah, yeah. Everybody that knew her, they knew he was a straight out of the pen pookie. Here she is, educated, and she's married to a straight out of the pen pookie. Do you know how many times I've seen this ever since I was a child? Ever since I was a child. Another woman on the same job, black woman, she was dating this pookie that had like nine freaking kids from a whole bunch of different women. And then I remember it was something happened. Yeah, she did bring him to the company party too. Another loser, wasn't working. And I remember she comes to the job and she's quiet. She's not really talking the whole day. Then when it was lunchtime, we were all in the cafeteria. I think if I remember, she started crying, and then she's like, "Yeah, he ain't no good, and he was cheating on me the whole time, and What I'm so sick and tired of these men. And all the black men looked at each other like, you were with Pook Nug. What is wrong with you? She was a pretty woman. She wasn't. I still remember her to this day. Dark skin. She had a big old butt, nice breasts, and she was a soft spoken woman. It wasn't like she was like a ghetto kind of a Keisha. No, but she just kept getting with Pook Nug, and I'm sitting here like, if you meet a dude and you talk to a dude, of course, a lot of black women don't do that. A lot of black women, the mating ritual is he looks good. He asked me for the phone number. I came over. He gave me some pussy, and now I'm his woman. This is the truth. This is the truth. So this dude tells you he has 9 kids from all these different women, and you still proceed to date a fucking loser, a jailbird loser. I have seen this too many times. Mind you, these idiots are still going on the balloon pop show because I saw the brief clip with AC. AC did a video. It's like an hour long. I wasn't gonna watch that. It's too damn long. Um, but some African dude comes on the show, and he's an educated lame, as what is it? BGS 8 more would say. Uh, he's an educated lame, and as soon as he walks out with his glasses on and his nerdy look, all the women pop the balloon. They don't want large numbers of us. But when they see us with white women, oh, now we're sellouts, right? Don't you know how many times I've been told that you look like the type that would date a white girl? A lot of black women said that about me my whole entire life. Meanwhile, my one and only son is from a black woman. Most of the women that I dated when I was a younger man, up until my son's mother, they were black women. But I look like the type that I would date white women. I've heard this too many times. Too many times. While they are the ones rejecting a large numbers of us. And the minute we get our passports, they want to talk shit about us. This is the dysfunctional nature of Keisha, aka Black American women. They are very large numbers of them are very dysfunctional. Very dysfunctional. They up here talking about they don't want to do 50-50, but yet they're drowning 100% in debt. They don't know how to drop that ego, drop that pride, and just be humble and get with a man and survive. This is modern day. I am so happy I don't deal with this nonsense with modern day Keisha. And guess what? A lot of these women with degrees, they're struggling too. They just don't really talk about it, but a lot of them are struggling. A lot of them are, I've met so many of them that even when they retire, they're still paying the student loan, putting on all these airs. I have a master's, I have a PhD, but yet you retired broke. You retired on a fixed income and you're still paying these student loans. And some of them maybe secretly eating cat food because they can't afford a lot of food. This is how embarrassing our community is. Large numbers it's just, listen, get your passport, find a remote job, make money, and just fucking leave because it was never supposed to be this hard to find love, and it never was.